Hey again. So as you can see, I've finally gone about making my portfolio video. As my editing gets better, the videos will improve, I can promise. But for now, I just want to go through each of these and talk about why I purchased each one and what I intend to do next. So Hotel Property Investment, I purchased about 500 shares of them quite some time ago. I'm not sure exactly when, but when the share price was about $3.12. As you can see now, it's $2, about $2.80. It fluctuates around there. It's kind of low at the moment for what it's been at the last couple of weeks. This side had a dipping when COVID hit, just like everything else did. That was a really good opportunity to pick up a heap more shares, which I didn't take advantage of because I didn't have good cash flow. So having stared at the market for long enough now, sometimes I'm aware of a good opportunity, but because of my inability to start this earlier, cash flow is worse and wasn't able to take advantage. Current share price $280, so I'm down a couple $100. The thorn in my side. So Qantas was who I was writing options trades on. So if you're not familiar with what that means, basically means I was insuring somebody else's shares, or I promised to buy. I promised to buy them at $4.20. The price dropped, and the purchaser of the contract took advantage of that and executed the contract, in which case I purchased 900 shares for $4.20, and then the share price has obviously dipped, and it's currently down at $3.43. So as that slowly climbs back, I would like to start writing calls on that. Calls, puts, and options trading, being calls and puts, and array of other things. I'll be covering those in a later video. Suncorp was a company that I was looking at for quite a long time before purchasing. The fact the share price is up around $8-9 really held me off, because I felt like I get more value, bang for your buck, when I buy cheap shares, like when they're physically cheap, even though that price doesn't necessarily reflect the size or value of the company. It's inaccurate. So with the Suncorp shares, I purchased them around $9. They dipped, I bought again. They dipped, I bought again. And they dipped, and I bought again. So I've ended up with about 560 all up, about $4,000 worth. And I think I'm currently down, because it keeps dropping. Those are obviously weighing on my overall value. So at the moment, they're worth about $200 less than what I purchased them for. But I'm not fazed by it. They've got a dividend coming up soon, so hopefully they do pay that. Some companies I know have ceased dividends just in a rebuild plan for COVID. Hopefully within the next 2 months, but it's the first time I've owned them, and I haven't seen anything saying when it will be out. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. And last but not least, Telstra. So I've owned these shares for probably the longest out of all of them. Currently got an options trade out, or I've written a call on these Telstra shares. So when I go back to the next screen soon, I'll describe that. But anyway, I got 1,015 of these Telstra shares. I purchased them around $3.08, and they're currently up, which is why I've written the contract to sell them. For that contract, I received $90. It's not much. $30 came off the top of that for fees. So $60 in my pocket, and the upside for me, I'll describe in a later video. I owned about 1,000 of these, purchased them cheap, trying to sell them high. If they don't sell, I'm just going to continue writing calls, and I'll just continually collect $60. I know it's not much, but ideally long term, that's something I wish to be doing with all of the shares that I own. So that's currently my portfolio at the standing. So coming back to this screen, this is my stock holding screen. You can see that I've got HPI, QAN, SUN, and TLS on this left-hand side of the screen here. We can see that Qantas, Suncorp, and Telstra are both up for the day. So the up arrows indicate the value today, when the market closed today, or if it was still open, the current price compares to the opening value. HPI went down. They went down 3 cents. I can see that, but my big head's in the way in this video, so it's listed here, but you guys can't see it. Everything else is up. Qantas up $10.11, Suncorp 20 cents, and Telstra 2 cents. Not that I overly care about the value and how much they fluctuate each day. If each share price can stay at or above the price that I purchased them for, that'll enable me to write calls, which again, I know I've said it 3 times now. I'll talk about in an upcoming video. So we can see here on the rest of this screen, the losses and positives, stumbled on my word, the losses and gains, I suppose you call them, from today's market movement. That's an action that I can undertake. CHESS holdings. So basically these are the shares that are in my possession. The reason that Telstra is considered a collateral is because I've wrote the contract on them. That puts my total portfolio valued at $12,819.46. So each day each time I make these videos, I'm going to restate that number. Whether it's up, whether it's down, the whole thing has to be completely open. It's quite a personal thing to have anybody look at your finances, let alone put them on the internet. I do have to be careful about all sorts of numbers and everything that are on this screen, and that I don't give out too much personal information. And I can't share any information about what I think shares are going to do, or advise anybody on shares that I recommend buying or selling, purely because I don't have the qualification to do that, and I'm not stupid enough to think that I know what's going to happen next. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you think that this is something you'd like to follow along with. I don't recommend doing what I'm doing. I'm simply documenting a journey. So hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.